Welcome back. On to our next conversation now. See, trade facilitation is one way to help improve forex liquidity, which in turn supports the domestic currency. Free trade zones, we see they remitted about 11 trillion naira to the Federation account as of October 2023, but some experts believe it could be more. Let's discuss the prospects for free trade areas in Nigeria. Joining me for this conversation is Dinesh Rathi, he's the CEO, Lagos Free Zone. Join us via Zoom. Great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Fantastic, great to have you. So definitely, there are a lot of prospects we see for the free trade area. Talk to me about how the free trade zone has contributed to trade facilitation in Nigeria and what can be done to improve benefits of these zones in Nigeria.
So let me begin by providing a brief background to the Lagos Free Zone. So we are a 850-hectare industrial development. It's a fully functional special economic zone located 65 kilometers east of Lagos in the Ibeju-Lekki axis. And we have been in operations for almost 12 years now. And out of the total area of 850 hectares, the first phase of 300 hectares is live and operational, out of which even 50% of that land is fully leased out or reserved. And our vision is to become the preferred industrial and logistics hub of West Africa by offering world-class infrastructure, facilities, and services. And we are the project sponsors of Lekki Port. We work together with China Harbour, Lagos State Government, and Nigeria Ports Authority to put together the Lekki Port project, which is fully operational as well over the last 14 months. And this has added 1.2 million container capacity to our maritime industry. And we are well equipped as both the free zone and the port to handle high volume of international trade. And just a couple of facts, in the last 14 months of operations, we have been able to handle Nigeria's first transshipment vessel and also the largest vessel in Nigeria, which was a 14,000 TEU ship. And this ship plies every week to our port. In terms of what can be done to improve trade and facilitate trade in and out of Nigeria, I believe there are 3 or 4 factors which we as Lagos Free Zone and the Lekki Port combination offers, which is first is the seamless integration, because Lekki Port is situated inside our free zone. So Lekki Port is inside the Lagos Free Zone, which allows for seamless and efficient operations. The second is the easy access to world-class infrastructure, facilities, and services, which are very important for trade operators inside Lagos Free Zone. And then the third, which is the regulation, and which allows for setting up a one-stop shop. So Nigeria Export Processing Zones Authority, which is our key regulator, works along with other agencies of federal government like the Customs Service, Nigeria Immigration Service, and DSS, Nigeria Police Force, to provide a one-stop shop facilities. NAFDAC as well is also there in our zone. And then the fourth and very important aspect is a 24/7 power and security, which helps people to operate without any kind of trouble. So all of this is helping them to operate in a very, very competitive way and in line with the global cost environment.
All right,
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so definitely, I know a lot of businesses would like to actually do business, within these zones. Talk to me about entry, into free zones to actually do business there. How affordable is it? I've heard some complaints about the high cost of entry.
Well, people have to understand that, it's a one-stop shop. You get all the facilities, all the ingredients of operating a business are present there. So whether it is a warehousing facility, an office space, a housing facility, power, security, everything is there. So all of it does take a little bit of cost to operate. But then to operate in a very, very hassle-free manner, I believe the cost which gets paid is quite low. So, if you compare the cost-benefit analysis, I believe in the long run, it does pay off. And moreover, there are fiscal advantages of locating your business inside a free zone, which the federal government of Nigeria has been magnanimous enough to operate this framework over the last 30 plus years. And they have stood true to it. The one-stop shop, which is wherein all the agencies work in a very cohesive way to facilitate trade and commerce, also is another key factor why companies are looking for operating inside a free zone.
All right, we're talking about the Naira earlier on the show, and yes, it wasn't really a good performance for the first half of 2024. But talk to me about how currency volatility has impacted businesses in the free zones.
So all the free zones within Nigeria, they operate in the Nigerian context and are not really insulated from what's happening around us on the currency front. So there has been challenges on the cost management side. It has been difficult to predict cost, and therefore the planning just takes a beating. And for businesses that really depend on imported raw material, they are now facing increased cost of those materials. The second is the inflationary pressures, which this currency volatility has led to reduce consumer spend. And that means the production levels of the business operators inside the zones has actually come down. And of course, when you have these kind of environment with high inflation, where the consumer demand has kind of slowed down, the investment and financing aspect of putting up growth capital behind growing your production capacity and investing in newer assets also slows down. So people have postponed these decisions. Despite that, we are very, very pleased that at least Lagos Free Zone, we are signing up new companies. We will be soon announcing some big names who have joined Lagos Free Zone as business operators. So despite all of that, we are trying our best to kind of position Lagos Free Zone and the Lekki Port combination as a silver bullet to some of these issues.
And definitely, we hope we get more exports out of these ports going forward. Thank you so much. It was great having you on the show, Mr. Dinesh Rathi, CEO, Lagos Free Zone. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, let's get a quick check on the market close. That's for last week. That was the last trading week of June. And there you have it. We're back above that $100,000. $100,000. Why dollar is always in my head? 100,000 level. This was 0.32%. That's for the all-share index. And we see the equity cap, 56.6 trillion. Let's look at the volume there traded. We see that was down about 19.8%, 2.65 billion units. That was traded, valued at 49 billion for the week. And definitely we know for the first half, the market is up, the all-share index up about 3%. So who knows what's going to happen next going into the second half of 2024. Let's look at the sectors there. Banking, insurance, oil and gas. Those were the ones in the green with a big move there for the oil and gas counter, 5.71%. 1.14%, that's for financial services, banking, insurance, big 3.33% gain for the week. So first trading day of July, first trading day of the second half, first trading day of the third quarter, that's today. We'll see how the market actually closes. We'll give you a summary of that later on. That's it from me on Business Morning. I'm Ladi Williams. I hand things over to the Sunrise Daily team.